guys. So yesterday, which was April 25th, 2016, I found out that, well, I got my paperwork to fill out from Disney in an email for housing preferences and roommates, and we found out that we only get to pair up with one person. So the 5 other girls that I've been talking to and making a friendship with and bonding with, I only get to room with one of them now, which is extremely depressing to me. But, I mean, what are you going to do? There's really nothing we can do except for hope that maybe we're put close to each other or in the same place or whatnot. I think 2 of my roommates that were over 21 are going to be moving to non-wellness housing now and rooming with each other, so I don't think there's a chance we'll get room with them. But, you know, I guess just make the best out of it. And, of course, there's always, you know, more people now that I can go to the parks with and hang out with on top of my roommates. I just really hope my roommates are as cool as these girls were and as fun and, you know, want to do all the things that we wanted to do together because, you know, I've heard a lot of horror stories about roommates and stuff like that, and I just really don't want to end up in that situation. But the person I was going to share a bedroom with when we had the plan for 6 people in the apartment was Eliza, and that is who I'm going to be rooming with now. That is the one person that I picked. But as for like meeting my roommates and stuff, we still plan on doing that. We plan on going to the Rainforest Cafe the day before check-in, which my check-in is May 16th. On May 15th at about 4:30, I'm going to meet all of the people who would have been my roommates and their moms. We're all going to go to the Rainforest Cafe at Disney Springs. And that'll be fun to talk to them and, you know, become even closer than we already are. And I guess, you know, I was really upset about yesterday. I cried, I'm not going to lie. I was kind of freaking out a bit, you know, because I've never been away from home, and it's kind of scary to be away from my mom and my dad and my family and stuff like that, but I guess, you know, I'm just gonna make the best of it. But my roommates were like, I don't know, meeting these girls and becoming friends with them was sort of like my way to almost cope with being away from everybody that I know and stuff. And this is what I've always wanted to do my whole entire life. I've always wanted to move to Florida and work for Disney, so there's nothing that's going to stop me from doing that. But it's just sort of like a bump in the road, and it was kind of unexpected, and so that's why I freaked out a little bit, because, you know, it's already hard leaving everybody I know and being like completely alone for the first time, and then I sort of like felt like I kind of knew these people. But, you know, I have Eliza, and they still are going to be there. It's not like they're, you know, going to a different country or something. They're just going to be living in a different apartment, maybe even in the same complex. So it's not a huge deal, but I just want to kind of give an update and let you guys know that it is possible for that to happen. So just keep that in mind and don't necessarily get your hopes up or be dead set on having that many roommates, being able to link up with those people like I was, because you might be disappointed, especially if you're going to be in an Advantage program. I'm in Fall Advantage or Spring Advantage. It could happen too, where people from, you know, the last program, whatever, extend and you're not able to, they don't have enough room. So that is possible to happen, and I just wanted to kind of like make an update and share my thoughts on that. I was going to talk about when I got my offer and all that stuff for the college program, but I cannot find an SD card that will work with my camera for some reason. I'm gonna have to go buy one, but you know, funds are tight right now because I'm moving like 18 and a half hours away from where I live, and, you know, I gotta drive there and gas and moving into the apartments and paying for classes and all that jazz. So I don't really have that much extra funds to be spending on an SD card, so that's why I'm filming on my phone, which I got a new one, by the way. I used to have an iPhone 6 Plus. Now I have the Galaxy S7 Edge, And that's why I'm filming backwards instead of the camera where I can see myself. I mean, you guys probably can't tell, but this back camera is a lot better than the frontward camera. But this is what I think I'm going to be using for vlogging, because it does have really good quality and you can edit a lot of stuff on here very well, and it's going to save me a lot of money from buying a new camera or carrying around my huge DSLR camera. So I'm either going to talk about those things, but when I got accepted, when I did my interview and all that stuff, over a vlog like I'm doing right now, or I might do a setup if I can get an SD card, but it's not very likely. So, but I will talk about it and talk about like the application process and how I felt about it and how I prepared for my phone interview and stuff like that. It just might be more vlog style. So I might do that before I leave. There's only like 12 days until I leave, but I might also do that, talk about it in my vlog on the way down, since I'm going to be going to Florida from New York, and it's going to take 18.5 hours, probably more if we, we're not going to stop, we're going to drive straight through, but I probably will be bored and have nothing to talk about, so I might discuss it in those videos if I don't post it beforehand. But I will be vlogging the whole time down there, and then we're going to be there for like a week in Florida before I check in, so I'll vlog about that too. So I will see you in my next video. If you want to follow me, all of my links are on my YouTube channel now, but my Instagram is TPBDCP. My Twitter is FindingTaylorCP. My YouTube channel, of course, that you're looking at now is called Finding Taylor, which I changed the name to. It was Beauty is for Everyone from when I had my beauty channel and stuff, but I've changed it to Finding Taylor. And I'm going to make a separate video about why I chose that name, maybe right after I make this one. But yeah, and then you can add me on Facebook. My name is Taylor Borst. You can add me on there if you'd like to. And my Snapchat is Beauty is for Everyone.